In the top left, playing as Mercia, we have Mira versus Shu playing Tenri over on the right hand side. Now, Mira's a huge fan of Mercia. He has been commenting on a whole bunch about how Mercia is actually, like, maybe not secretly a top tier, but definitely a lot stronger than people give her credit for. And I think it's really cool that we have character specialists in the community that really want to push, like, just how far some characters can go and how far they can take them. So what are we looking at here? Shu's going for this kind of center capture route with their commander, and Mira going for a more passive route, I would say. Going for the side village. And then backing up. Doesn't go for like this capture here. I think both of them are just like, okay to accept the opponent's gonna get that village. Now Shu goes for this heal off the village that our commander captured, which is normally a slower way to progress in a map. Ooh. Going for the fight against this mage now. It's a good gold trade, that's like 200 golds worth of damage, but you can lose a sword for it. And now she, wow, pushing really hard in this corner over here. And even, I guess this balloon and a bunch of spears and a harpy. And we've been seeing a lot more harpies out of people recently. With Take Your Turn happening, we've seen a lot of Advanced Wars players coming into the community, and of course you know the Advanced Wars game coming up at some point in the future. So they've been making a lot of harpies, and I think Shu was already an Advanced Wars player that made harpies, but I think it's just kind of a trend we've been seeing, where people have been like, actually wait a minute, this is a pretty good unit, we should be seeing more of this. Shu just backs up both these swords into the corner. Is going to be pushing on the front at the top instead. Alright, what's Mira gonna do here? Just goes for a bunch of captures. Oh, picks off a harpy. Ooh, that's a bit of a... I say that's a bit of a mistake on Shu's part. That's a 600 gold unit. One mage going down. Not going to be the worst trades in the world for that. Yeah, Shu's just going to finish off this mage pretty easily. And yeah, takes more damage on this mage. So that is a good gold trade on the side of Mira. And the sword's staying alive actually, which is the really important part. And there Mira is slowly bullying these swords out of existence. It's keeping the commander busy, but then again they have knights being active on this side of the map. Now a dragon as well. And the interesting thing about Mercia is Mercia can just let a dragon take a hit from a mage. Or just a bunch of damage from other stuff, as long as it survives, because Mercia can heal up. And that's an incredibly good value heal for Mercia to get off. So this is one of those strange matchups where you can be overly aggressive with a dragon as Mercia. Okay. And now we just see swords. Yeah, once you get the health lead in that fight, like, you can just let your sword finish the other one off. And Mira's just doing really good work here. Has a pretty good economy lead now. Knocking down these villages on Shu's side of the map, as well as having like the equivalent of this village on both sides. And Shu, I think, realizes, hey, I have to like push forwards, and wow, gets a really good roll there. That was so lucky. Like 79? That's pretty good. Okay, but now Mira continues pushing forward. Takes Shu's tower. Oof, that's rough. And it's just like really pushing hard on this bottom side of the map. And oh, even has the balloon to get the mage into the range of this knight. I was really worried that that harpy here would just knock the knight down, but not going to be the case. She just captures that on the tile. And yeah, she's just so far behind in economy. Mira has a golem and a dragon out. And Shu has neither of those things. Tenri, you know, is going to be useful. Potentially going to grab the dragon or possibly the golem. It would take quite a bit to take a golem down, but you know, you drop it in like a river or something and then all of a sudden it's taking like a lot of damage, but I don't know, like Mira's just pushing this bottom side even more. Yeah, it even heals the dragon up quite a bit. And wow, Shu's just like, yeah, I'm super far behind. Doesn't have a means of coming back, and Mira played that excellently, I have to say. Really punishing any mistake Shu made. Like those two swords in the bottom left, they just got trapped and killed and they didn't achieve anything. Lots of trading hits. Shu took 2 sword hits on a mage and didn't really get good value back in return. So that's like 400 golds worth of damage. And did maybe like less than 100 golds worth of damage in return. So, you know, you're taking like losses on this front, losing units on the bottom. Mercia just like pushing without much in the way to contest that. One of the harpies went down like to a mage just like very easily. And you know, trading a mage for a harpy is pretty good if you're also building air units. Like the big thing that makes that less ideal is if you trade a mage for a harpy and then your opponent just has like more ground army left over that's able to get good trades. Like spears are very effective, cost-effective units. So yeah, it just really didn't work out for Shu. We're going to take a look at the stats as well. And yeah, you look at that army value, you're just constantly climbing. Income average, wow, that's huge. Like turn 6 is they just diverge and Shu drops to like almost 700 income a turn. Whereas Mira's up at like the 1300s, 1200s for a lot of the time. And yeah, Groove, Mercia didn't even pop Groove, like neither of them did, but Mercia had Groove from the halfway point in that game, and it just meant that Shu could only fight in situations where he could kill units, because if he injures them, Mercia just uses Groove and gets the army back up. And yeah, you look at the combat unit count, they were pretty even, so it was just a case of Mira had better units. More expensive units, was also able to take fights where they were doing damage, and Shu wasn't getting as good damage in return, so yeah, very well played there by Mira. And also, I will note, this is game 1, the rest of the set is yet to be completed, so there may be a bit of a delay between this video getting released and the rest of the set. But we will try and release the rest as soon as we can.